This is the rocket I made. And it is basically using the Newton's third law principle. And by using the water as a fuel, it pushes the water in the downward direction and it will get an force in the upward direction. And it will go in the upward. But this is an utter flop. One of the floppest invention ever in my career. And one of the reasons for the flop is why we are using the water. Because the density of the water is very low. That's why a lot of water is needed for a small uplift. Also, whenever the water released by this rocket will reach the ground, it will maybe fell on somebody's head and cause damage to them. Therefore, water is not suitable for this purpose. For this purpose, highly dense gas is required. Whenever the gas released, its density get reduced and it became less heavier. That it will float in the atmosphere. It will not fall to anybody's head. Then where we use this principle, that's the releasing of the water and get a force on that object. How do we use this principle and where we use? Once when I am on thinking about this, a farmer came into me and asked for a help. He says that his farm is very big, acres to acres. He doesn't have much workers and he doesn't have enough much to pay for the workers. And in every evening he had to sprinkle the water from one end of the farm to the other end by himself. It is a big burden for him and he wants to get out from this burden. So how to solve this problem? How to help him? When I am thinking on this is exactly what I am searching for. The output is the water and the work. So we can implement the situations as we use in the rocket case here. It will help him. But how to make a machine which will release the water and move? For that, I take a big tank and a cart and fix the tank in the cart and a small valve at the backward of this tank. When I open this valve, water will eject from the small valve. That's why, according to Newton's third law, when the water goes in the backward direction, the cart will move in the forward direction. So this machine will move and the water will release to the backward. So everywhere it will give water. It's a very good idea. But when I calculate in the total force due to this ejecting water, it would be equal to 2a rho gh, where a is the area of the cross section of this valve, rho is the density of this water, and g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height of this tank. Even though we are reducing the friction by using the cart, it has a rolling motion, but it has friction. That's why it will reduce its force. It will not get enough much acceleration. So how to make a machine which can be more efficient? Which shape is good for that? Let's look at the force. Force is directly proportional to the area and the height. The rest of them are constants. So let's look at the area of this valve. How to increase this area? We know that the width into height is the area. So if you increase the width, it will increase the area. And if you increase the height, it will also increase the area. But there is some restrictions of increasing the height because we are using the Bernoulli's principle here. Bernoulli says that the height of this valve is negligible, must be negligible as compared to the height of this tank in order to get the result. That's why we need to increase the width as much as possible and make the height as negligible as compared to the height of this tank. And the second thing is the height of this tank. So we need to make the tank more height than the width. So how to make that? Make a tank which have a shape like this, which have a more height and less width and breadth. This is the best ever shape of this machine which you can make by using our principle. And if you place a remote control in order to change the direction of this cart, the machine is complete. Nothing need to do. I hope you love my machine. When I given it to my farmer, he says that very thanks as if God bless you. It decreases a lot of his burden. And by using this machine, you do not need any electricity, you don't need any external work. It will move by itself. It will release the water and it will move by using that energy. Two birds for one shot.